Now that we've understood the sort of basics of currents and stuff, let's take a look at the many different flavors of current. You see, a while ago, you might have noticed that I actually had a little slip up. Well, not really a slip up, but a contradiction. I said very early on that in an electric circuit, current flows from positive all the way to negative. But a while ago, I just mentioned or explained that in a battery, the electrons go from negative all the way into positive. So there's a contradiction, right? I'm saying that current goes from positive to negative, but I'm saying that electrons go from negative to positive. And the reason why this is so is because scientists are kind of retarded. So I'll explain that in a bit, but there are two types of current. There's conventional current, which is where we say that any positive charge or the current is going from positive to negative, and we have the actual current, which is the electrons flowing. So let's explain that in a bit. You see, a long, long ass time ago, when people were first discovering electricity and shit, they used to think that in a circuit, the current would actually flow from positive to negative. And they would say some shit like, oh, the positive particles, the positive charges, they're moving away, right? And it makes sense, right? Because, the anode, the cathode is so positive and they want to repel each other. So of course it's going to go the other way. So it's going to go at this route, this path. But then fast forward a couple years, they actually realize, oh shit, it's actually not the positive particles moving, it's the negative particles. And why is that so? That's because in an atom, there are protons and electrons, right? And protons, they're always stuck in the nucleus, or at least, they're just normally there. But the electrons, they're free moving, they can go wherever the fuck they want, assuming there's some energy that's making them do that. And that's why in a current, it's only the electrons moving, right? I mean, you guys have also noticed this. Whenever Sir discusses stuff like this, they say, oh, the electrons are moving in the current. So that's what's actually happening here. In the actual reality of the current, the electrons are moving from the negative terminal all the way into the circuit and all the way finally into the positive terminal. So why did the scientists never clear this up? Well, as it turns out, the math they use for conventional current actually still works the same way for actual current. So they never bothered to change it, with the only difference really being just the direction. Why they didn't change it though? Honestly, I have no fucking clue. I still think scientists are still kind of retarded for that shit. But we move on and live on.